So I know that ATACMS have been on the table, been in consideration by President Biden. I'm wondering if you could talk about what those consideration factors are. Is it a stocks money issue? Is it a we're not ready at that? They're not ready at this point in the war to start longer range fires. Can you tell us about that?
So I can only tell you so much from this podium because operational considerations about any given weapon system, some of that is quite sensitive. What I would say is that the president is constantly speaking both to his own military and to his counterparts in Europe and to the Ukrainians themselves about what is needed on the battlefield at any given phase of the war, and then what the United States can provide, while also ensuring that we are able to provide for our own deterrence and defense needs. As he's weighed all that up to date, he has determined that he would not provide ATACMS, but he has also not taken it off the table in the future. I don't have anything to announce about that today. Yes.
Thanks, Jake. House Republican leaders are heavily laying the blame at President Biden's feet today for the fact that the House has not passed that additional package of Ukraine aid. House Speaker McCarthy saying today that President Biden hasn't made the case to the American public. What is victory? What does it take to be able to win? You met with Speaker McCarthy and other Republicans recently. What was your message to them? And then what is your response to Speaker McCarthy today?
I'm not going to get into a debate with Speaker McCarthy from the podium. I would say that Speaker McCarthy has himself been an advocate for the supply of military assistance to Ukraine, has voted for previous packages, and that Republicans in both the House and Senate, in very large numbers, have been strong advocates and supporters for this. Haven't just wanted to hear the case from us, they've been going out and themselves making the case to their constituents and to the world for why this is so important. And it is that level of bipartisan support that we've seen to date that has sustained the immense and impressive levels of assistance that we've been able to provide to Ukraine. We believe that that will continue because we believe that there is strong majorities on a bipartisan basis in both the House and Senate to provide this aid. That's what we look forward to seeing. Now, I did have the opportunity to see the Democratic and Republican leadership in the Senate and the House, and the chairs and ranking members of the key national security committees in two separate sessions. I thought they were incredibly constructive sessions. They were deeply substantive. The members had excellent questions. They also had a lot of constructive suggestions for how we most effectively pursue continued assistance to Ukraine and rally the world to help Ukraine defend its territory. So on the basis of those conversations and further consultation we've had since then, I continue to remain of the view that when all is said and done, after all the back and forth and the toing and froing and all the other elements going into these negotiations that have nothing to do with Ukraine, that there will be strong bipartisan support to continue funding Ukraine to the extent that we believe is necessary to get Ukraine what it needs.